So today we're going to be talking about the Google Core update that was released earlier this week, and we're just going to talk about what's going on, some of the recent case studies that got hit, and if you're watching, feel free to ask any questions you have along the way. So it's going to be a good one, actually. One of the things I actually saw recently is that if we check some of the sites that got hit, some of them are actually human case studies. So I saw originally it was a lot of AI sites, a lot of AI content and AI websites that got taken down. Took a lot of abuse, really. But actually, so far it seems like human sites are getting hit as well. To put that in perspective, I don't know if you follow Niche Site Lady on Twitter, but you actually find out that she had 4 different websites, 3 of them being AI, 1 of them human, and all of them got hit on the same Google Search Console, which is something that I'm going to talk about in a bit today. We've got Jason on the comments as well. Hello, Jason. Hope you're doing well there. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to post them as they go along. Obviously, it's early days on the Google Core update, but some big changes already, which is absolutely insane. So if you're watching this and you're enjoying it, please smash a like. We're just going to get straight onto this. So this is one of the tweets that I saw earlier yesterday, pretty much in real time. I mean, it's got 152,000 views, as you'll see. And basically, all of Niche Site Ladies hits, well, 2 of them actually got hit, right? And 1 absolutely did not deserve it, as she says. And this is just absolutely crazy to see. Now, later on, she actually tweeted there was 4 websites that got hit. And Jason says, nobody hit it. This is about to be a personal console. Yeah, so it's an interesting one. I saw Jesse Cunningham got hit as well, and Jackie Chow. Jackie Chow actually talked about it earlier today. One of the things that I actually noticed when I looked through my Google Search Console was it wasn't actually all of my websites in that same Google Search Console that got hit. It was only the ones where I was the owner of that website, right? So if I was the owner of that website on Google Search Console, then those sites got a manual action penalty because I think I was personally targeted along with a bunch of other SEO influencers, because all the other sites that I don't have ownership didn't get hit inside the actual Google Search Console. So it was absolutely crazy. Interesting news says, is ChatGPT SEO dead? It's an interesting one. I think the AI content absolutely still has a place. I think it is the future, undeniably. Like, AI is only going to get better. It's only going to become more powerful. I think in terms of public-facing case studies and being in the public in terms of revealing this stuff and how it works, I don't think that can be done anymore. I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't think that's possible. I think that so many SEO influencers have been targeted that you can't share this information anymore. So for me, I'm just going to be revealing private case studies inside my mastermind, and that's the only way you can do it these days to be safe. Otherwise, you're just a target, and I think you're going too far. So yeah, it's one of those. It's a shame, but I actually think SEO absolutely isn't dead. But I think public SEO probably is dead, right? So for example, talking about websites in public, talking about tutorials in public, talking about publishing content onto your site in public, whether you're using human content or AI content, it seems to be getting hit pretty quickly. It's absolutely crazy. So Stakia says, I stopped writing or publishing any articles for now, but I updated old content. Yeah, I think it's an interesting time. I wouldn't stop publishing content, but I think that if you're making any changes to your old content, any dramatic changes, you've got to be careful there, because it's early days and some people panic and then they, for example, take all the AI content down, or they start worrying about it and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's one of those. And Jaden says, so they've specifically come knocking for you, at least your personal site is back in the index. That's the thing. I'm pretty happy. Like, if you ask me, do those sites deserve a penalty? I'd say, I mean, like I've always talked about them being an experiment. So if they get hit, it's totally fine with me. No emotional attachment to it. To see my personal website back in the index, and actually when I checked the traffic yesterday, crazily enough, the traffic was at an all-time high after it had been re-added. Now, what I've actually done is delete Google Search Console from all my websites, because it's just an easy target. I think it's an easy way to penalize people who are doing SEO publicly, and therefore, you've got to be careful what you say in public, basically, nowadays. So Levi says, hey, Julian, I have doubt in my site. Keywords are still ranking on SEMrush. While searching on Google results, I couldn't find any of the pages. So the best way to figure this out is if you actually go on to Google and you type site colon and then your website, you'll be able to quickly find whether your website is indexed or not. I'm going to share my screen. I'll show you exactly how to do that. So, for example, if you look at one of my public-facing case studies like Astrological Eden, and I'm not actually saying that public case studies got hit. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just any sites that I had ownership to inside Google Search Console. That's what I found when I actually analyzed the data today. And for example, if we look at juliangoldie.com and we search that, it's back in the index. It actually got more clicks than ever yesterday. I'm going to delete it from Google Search Console, so we're not going to use it anymore in Google Search Console. But yeah, you can see the clicks actually went up after it got re-indexed, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, if you want to check if your site is still indexed, just do that, and then you can see whether it's in the index or not. Sometimes you get a message as well if it's been hit. Philip Taylor says, site no penalty. Okay, perfect. Bryce says, dang, all your tutorials are super helpful. Sad to hear that. Yeah, again, I don't think I can reveal all the juicy stuff in public. I think it's going to be private masterminds only. We've already set up a WhatsApp group for my personal mastermind where people can see the public case studies behind closed doors. It won't be public anymore. So it's one of those things. Like, I wish I could share all the information with you. That's what I tried to do previously, and I kind of got targeted for it. But it's one of those, like, you live and you learn, and you realize, okay, probably people don't like you saying this stuff in public. I won't do it anymore. Jason says, okay, for someone new, never had a site set up, what do you say to do? I think SEO still works. So all of these processes that I've shown on my channel actually do still work. I think you do need to do things in moderation and be careful with it. And I've always said, just, for example, just reverse engineer your competitors and then see what they're doing and go from there. So it's always the same strategy: content, keywords, backlinks. You can reverse engineer your competitors for each of these and then start again from there. Wakar says, so niche SEO is not been dead. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's dead at all right now. I don't think SEO is dead at all. Like, some of these strategies are working better than ever. Some of my case studies that are private and completely behind closed doors are absolutely flying. So these processes work. I just can't reveal them in public anymore. Gold Retirement says impressions went from 400 to 600 a day down to 32 at best. That is absolutely crazy. So that sounds like an algorithmic penalty, because if you had a manual action penalty like a lot of other people have been getting, where you've been de-indexed, then you actually wouldn't get any impressions at all. But I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope you get it sorted. Staker says, is it possible that the method of writing or the way the website generates auto-blogging for text was a problem? Personally, I don't think so, because like I was saying, all my private case studies are still flying. All my websites in the background that I haven't revealed publicly are doing better than ever. And these strategies are absolutely working. So I don't think it's the way that we created content. I think it's just, Google Search Console got hit. Comic Lad Simon says, can I get access to your WhatsApp group? So if you want to get access to the WhatsApp group, join the SEO Mastermind. I'll post a link in the comments right there. You can join via that link, and then you can sign up. And once you've joined, you can get access to the WhatsApp, plus all my courses, plus weekly coaching calls, plus access to a community of elite